In early Israelite theology, the cosmos was understood through a strictly monistic framework in which Yahweh was the sole author of both prosperity and calamity. This concept is explicitly articulated in texts like Isaiah 45:7, where Yahweh declares, "I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil." Within this pre-exilic context, the figure of Satan did not exist as an independent, malevolent deity. Instead, as Satan,
a Hebrew noun meaning the adversary or the accuser, functioned merely as a subordinate role within
Yahweh's divine counsel, as depicted in the book of Job and Zechariah 3, as Satan acted as a celestial prosecutor operating entirely under Yahweh's jurisdiction in executing his directives. Therefore, adversarial or punitive actions were originally viewed as an extension of Yahweh himself, rather than the work of an opposing entity. The conceptual bifurcation of Yahweh and Satan into diametrically opposed beings occurred gradually during the Second Temple period, catalyzed by the dualistic cosmology of Persian Zoroastrianism following the Babylonian exile, as post-exilic Jewish theologians grappled with the problem of theodicy, attempting to reconcile a perfectly benevolent God with the existence of suffering. They began to systematically partition the morally ambiguous and wrathful attributes historically assigned to Yahweh. The destructive elements of the divine personality were gradually hypostatized into independent figures such as Belial, Mastema, and eventually an autonomous Satan. In historical critical scholarship, Satan is thus understood not as a rival god from antiquity, but as a theological offshoot of Yahweh's own dark side, a necessary receptacle for the malevolent divine functions that a shifting theology could no longer attribute to a purely good creator. The most definitive biblical evidence for this evolutionary split lies in the parallel accounts of King David's census, which brilliantly illustrate how an action originally performed by Yahweh was later retroactively assigned to Satan. In the older text of 2 Samuel 24:1, it explicitly states that the anger of Yahweh was kindled against Israel, and he incited David against them. However, in the post-exilic retelling of the exact same historical event, in 1 Chronicles 20:1, the theological worldview has shifted, and the text is revised to read, "Then Satan stood against Israel and incited David." This glaring redactional shift serves as the cornerstone of the scholarly consensus. Satan and Yahweh originally shared an ontological unity wherein Yahweh encompassed all adversarial functions, and only through centuries of theological evolution did Satan fracture from Yahweh to become a distinct, autonomous being.